Music fans and Southern food lovers get a seat at the dinner table with some of country music's biggest stars. They're sharing recipes they grew up with, memorable meals, and lots more in a new cookbook called Southern Living: Country Music's Greatest Eat. Joining us now with some of the highlights from the book is the host of CMT's Real Eats, Allison DeMarcus. Allison, great to see you. How you doing?
Hey, Meryl, I'm doing great. Good to see you.
Okay, so I got to hear about this book. You and Jay both have recipes in here. Actually, it's Jay's mama's recipes, but this looks really delicious.
Yes. Oh my gosh, all the recipes that are in this are so great, Meryl. And what I love about it is that, yes, all the country music artists submitted the recipes, but it really also shares the story about why they love these recipes and how they grew up on these recipes and cooking with their families. And now so many of them are making these things for their kids. So like I do have Jay's mom's pizza casserole, and it's a dish that he grew up on. I think his mom just started throwing stuff in there that she had in the pantry and in the refrigerator and came up with this pizza casserole that he grew up on, and now we make it for our kids at home.
Yum, that sounds great. Your breakfast casserole looks really delicious too, and it's kind of a family tradition for you.
It is. That's actually my mom's recipe, and we make it every Christmas Eve night and then refrigerate it overnight so that we can open presents and get to eating in the morning on Christmas Day. So it's just kind of one of those traditions, and then we also eat it in between too because it is easy to make, but it's really, really good too.
It looks delicious. All right, tell me about some of the other great food you have on the table and some of the other stars that are represented in the book.
Yes, absolutely. Well, this is Miranda Lambert's Mama's Meatloaf, and of course she grew up in Texas, and so her mom has made this every year for her on her birthday, and I'm sure in between as well, but it's one of her favorite meals, and that's what I love, is hearing that that's what she loves to eat on her birthday every year, no matter how big of a star she's become. And this is Winona's recipe for broccoli rice casserole, and her great Aunt Toddy taught her how to make this, and she used to make it for both of her grandmothers and of course her mom Naomi, and now Winona makes this with her 18-year-old daughter Grace. And it's so fun to hear Winona talk about the very strong personalities that are in her family but how when they came to the dinner table, that's when they got to talk about everything, and this is one of the dishes that she has with her daughter Grace.
That's nice. I love the cake down at the end. Is that Alan Jackson's cake?
Oh yes, and let me just tell you, I mean, obviously he's successful, but he's also smart with what he loves to eat, because this is one of the best chocolate cakes I've ever had. This is his wife Denise's recipe, and as you know, she is just one of the sweetest women in the world, and this recipe is divine. So he's got also some of his Mama Ruth's recipes in here. He's got her chicken Philly cheese sandwich that's in there, and a bunch of other recipes that he loves and grew up on that are just really simple Southern dishes. And then of course he's got to finish it off with the German chocolate cake, which
that looks wonderful.
So good.
It looks great. Okay, so when Jay's not on the road with Rascal Flatts, who does the cooking at your house?
Jay does. I wrangle those children, Meryl, and he goes to the grocery and he cooks for us.
Wow.
And then sometimes he'll play the piano. So it's really kind of a good deal. I've just kind of started noticing this now that I've been talking about it.
That's pretty amazing, yeah.
But yes, he does a lot of the cooking. Now I do, and obviously he's on the road a lot, so I do my fair share, but he does love to cook, and so I love for him to cook for me, Meryl. I mean, my mama didn't raise no fool.
No kidding. That's great. How are the babies?
They're so good. Our little girl Madeline is 3.5 and Dylan is 1.5. And I've got some pictures with them in the book. Of course, they're on page 85 in case you wanted to look.
They're adorable.
And some of the pictures are of my little boy Dylan climbing in the oven because that's what he does. But I'm typically using the microwave, so it's okay. I promise it's safe. I wouldn't let him do it otherwise.
Well, it is a beautiful book, and I'm so glad we had a chance to visit with you. Come see us in the studio. We'd love to cook together.
Oh, I would love it so much. Thank you so much for having me today.
Great
and thanks for talking about the book with me.
Thanks a lot, Allison. The book is called Southern Living: Country Music's Greatest Eats. I think you're going to love it.